From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engine, this is Pit Pass.
Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Welcome to another edition of Pit Pass right here on WHVL. I had a busy week at the races, so let's not waste any time. Here's what you can expect to see this week on the show. We're off to Lincoln Speedway, where late models took center stage, including the finale for the Appalachian Mountain Speed Week Series. A trip to Port Royal Speedway featured the first ever appearance of the USAC Sprints, as well as some vintage race cars for fans to enjoy. On Sunday, Heston Speedway hosted the three-state Flyers Super Late Models in one of the best races you will see all season. And we'll take a look ahead at some special upcoming events for this week. I'm joined here on the set by our production assistant, Jan Miller. Jan, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, Ron.
Now, for the second time in less than a week, we made it to Lincoln Speedway, which is in the heart of sprint car country. Only this time we got to see some dirt super late models in action.
Yes, we did, and it was so much fun. The most fun I've had so far this season.
Now, Wednesday was the finale for the Appalachian Mountain Speed Week Series for the dirt super late models. And I'd say there was quite a bit of action before the main event.
Oh my goodness, the heat races were just as exciting as the actual race itself. There were quite a few pileups. The drivers were a little bit aggressive.
Yes, they were. So let's take a look at their 40-lap feature event. 37 teams showed up to make the 24 cars starting field. Greg Satterley in the 22 shared the front row with Nick Dixon in the 17. Dixon runs the cushion through the first turns to challenge Satterley as they head down the backstretch. Dixon gains a slight advantage going into 3, but Satterley would lead the first lap. Early on, Dan Stone in the number 2 ride charged through the field. Here he gains a position on the 39 of Tim McCready. But Stone's night came to an end moments later with some hard contact with the wall in turns 1 and 2. On the restart, Dixon now uses the bottom groove in an effort to take the lead from Satterley, and he is successful down the backstretch. Going through 4, Dixon powers off of the turn to gain the top spot. As Dixon pulled away, Satterley had to hold off the 2 of Jeff Ryan and J4 of John Garvin Jr. for the runner-up position. The caution would fly on lap 13 as Jeremy Miller comes to a stop with a flat tire. After the restart, Dixon continued to extend his lead during the second half of the race. Meanwhile, McCready is now up to 3rd and working on Satterley for 2nd place. McCready eventually would gain the spot. While Dixon had difficulties maneuvering through lap traffic, McCready steadily closed on the leader. Finally, off of turn 4, McCready dives low to take the lead from Dixon. In the final laps, Dixon could not close on McCready to regain the lead. Tim McCready would go on to victory and sew up the Appalachian Mountain Speed Week Series title as well. Here's our runner-up, Nick Dixon.
So Nick, you came in second. Everybody pretty much thought you were going to come in first till the last few rounds there.
Yeah, I kind of thought that myself. I had some people in the infield giving me the wide sign, and then the lead was getting smaller by their hand signals, and I was fighting some lap traffic. The traffic was just in my line. I wasn't good enough to get off the bottom. I think the bottom started taking rubber, so everybody needed to be there. If I'd have been a dirty driver, I think I'd have probably spun them out. But whenever I just don't race that way, so that cost me $5,000. Went from 7,000 winner to 2 second, but they knew we were here, and McCready and Satterley, that whole top 10 cars could have won. I mean, they're all exceptional cars. So we've been terrible this whole week, so I'll take a good run like this.
Now on to the winner and series champion.
We're here with Tim McCready, the winner of the Super Late Model feature. Tim, it looked like Dixon was going to win there, and then you pulled out in the last couple laps.
Yeah, he was really good. I didn't think we'd get him, but lap traffic kind of just went our way, held him up a little bit, held him up, and we were coming from 6. So I'd been running up and down on the track, top and bottom, and it's just one of those deals where you're just better to be second at that point in time. And we got lucky. If roles reversed, he probably would have did it to us. But it was a good night for our Sweeteners Plus 39 car.
Well, I noticed as soon as Dixon did get stuck in that lap traffic that you came to the outside.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't have nothing to lose. It was either run second or try something. And I'd moved up there before, so I knew it would hold me a little bit. I just didn't know if it was any good. So, you know, you get lucky once in a while, and we'll take this one. We've had a good couple of nights, so.
Now, this is the second time that you've run at Lincoln Speedway, and you won both times.
Yeah, we've been fortunate here. I don't know why. It's just must suit my driving style. I like a place where you can run top and bottom, and it was really racy tonight. It got a little bit of a smidgen of rubber off of 2, which made it a little tough up there. But other than that, it was a great racetrack all night long. I mean, the promoters did a great job. I'm glad the fans came out, and I hope everybody was happy. I know we were tickled after the race. It's been a real good week for us, so we're happy.
This must have been a nice little change for you to run this series.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a decent year on the Outlaws up and down, but this was nice because you can try things. You run with good guys, you can try different setups, and we worked on some stuff that I hope will factor in a bigger race down the road.
Okay. Thank you very much, and congratulations. And now for the top 5.
So does Tim McCready, taking the top honors in the super late models. Nick Dixon led most of the race, but settled for second. Greg Satterley was third, with fourth going to Jamie Latham, and Gary Stoller completing the top 5. Well, Jan, that was quite a race. I thought Nick Dixon had that one wrapped up.
Yeah, it did seem a little bit boring until near the end when he got stuck behind lap traffic, and McCready took advantage of the situation. McCready ran this race almost like he would a horse race. It seemed like he was holding back a little bit, but when he saw Dixon get stuck behind that lap traffic, he took advantage of the situation and he took to the outside to win the race.
You know, congratulations again to Tim McCready for winning not only the race, but for the championship. Now, in action also at Lincoln Speedway on Wednesday night was the 358 late models, and we will have them coming up later in the show. But here's what's coming up next. The USAC Sprints made their first ever appearance at Port Royal Speedway on Saturday night. Highlights when we return.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.